Hi everyone. In this session, we'll see the quick overview of for loops. Okay. So generally in looping concept, there are two ways in which we can write loops. The first one is while loop, and the second one is for loop. Now, the another question is basically why loops? Why we are actually learning loops? So suppose if I give you an example, so I'm creating a REPL here. I'm saying for loops. So suppose you want to eat masala dosa. Suppose you went into a restaurant and you want to eat a masala dosa. So basically, I'll print here masala dosa. So this is the thing which I'm printing here. Now, if I run it, now let's see what will be the output. So I think you already know the output. The masala dosa will get printed once. Now, if I want to eat masala dosa, like suppose there are 100 members in my family, and like I want to print masala dosa 100 times. So suppose for now I'm printing it 5 times. So let's see what will be the output. So these masala dosa will get printed 5 times. Now, what if I want to print this thing 100 times? What if I want to do is 1,000 times? What if I want to do is 10,000 times? So this is not a good way because we are actually repeating the same task. Okay, we are repeating the same task and I'm manually like copy pasting it. So we need a concept, or we need something through which we can do it as many as time. Like I just need to put the I just need to give to the program that how many times I want to do this task, and it will do it for me. So this is something like very important. So that's why we have a concept loop. And with loop, what we can do is if there is any task, we can repeat as many as time like what we want. So so a for loop can help us to do so by running the same code repeatedly under certain condition. So I'll just explain you how we can write the for loop. But before that, I'm just giving you an analogy. Suppose there is a racetrack. This is an 100-meter racetrack. Okay, this is a 100-meter racetrack. And in this racetrack, there is one person whose name is Bablu, and Bablu is actually running on this. Will going to run on this racetrack. 0 1 meter, 3 meter. So in this case, what will happen? Finally, it will reach to 100 meter. So basically, what will happen here is like this Bablu, what like this is a jumping race. Now he need to basically this is a kind of a sprint race where he will be not sprint race, you can say it a jumping race where he need to cover this distance till 100 meter. Now, what will happen when he will make a first jump? He will reach to this place. And then he will make a second jump, then he will reach to this place. And then he will make a third jump, then he will reach to this place. And eventually he will reach to the final destination. So basically, what you can do is like imagine that there is a position. Initially, the position is 0. When he made a one jump, so in that case, his position changes to 1 meter. When he made another jump, then his position changed to 2 meter, and in this way, he finally reached to the destination. So basically, if you want to run, so here you can see that there is a loop. What is a loop? Loop here. Loop is a jumping process. He is repeating many number of times. How many times? Like we can say the 100 times, so that he will reach to the 100 meter. So we can see that if we want to run a loop, so there are three things which is very important. Starting point, from where you are starting, like okay, Finish point, it's some till when you want to run a loop. And the third thing is basically how many jumps you are making at in each step. How many jumps you are making at each step. So basically you can see that like this is the first point, this is the starting point, this is the ending point. Okay, and at each step you are making a one jump. At each step you are making a one jump, and then finally you are reaching to the destination. So basically, if you want to run a loop, so there are three things which are required. Basically, if I just say in terms of programming. So the what are those three things? The first thing is starting point. So we used to call it initialization. Okay. The second is finish point is like you can say that condition. Condition is something like it will get checked each time. Okay. It will get checked before execution of every iteration. For each iteration, this condition will get checked and it will check that whether you have reached the final destination or not. So that's why I'm saying finish. Now the third thing is iteration. Iteration. Iteration basically means at each point how many jumps you are making. Okay. So now, like if I just show you key how we can write the for loop. So this is the way. So basically here you need to write for and then I'm opening the bracket. Then I'm writing this initialization and here I'm putting the condition and then here I'm writing iteration and then I am like this is my body. This is my code where you will write your code. So you can see that initialization, condition and iteration, this is how it will work. Now if I compare it with the while loop, like which you have written yesterday. Now if I compare it with the while loop. Now let's see what will happen. 1 second, I'm copying this. So this is for loop. And if I write while loop, now let's see while and condition. So you can see this. This is my brackets, and here I will write my code. So I think you already remember this thing. So here in this place we used to do the iteration kind of thing. So you can see this, like I'll just write it again. So basically in while loop, we used to do the initialization here. And then we do while. And then we used to write a condition here. Initialization here. Then we used to put a code here. And then we used to write iteration here. So this is the way how we used to write it. It's just the way how we are writing while loop and how we are writing for loop. Now let's see if if I want to run a loop, then how the sequence of execution? What is the sequence of execution of for loop? So sequence of for execution of for loop actually look like this. For I equal to 1, I less than 10, and I plus plus. Now this is the thing, and here you will write code. So basically here at this point, you can see that. So basically how my code used to execute. So you know that like the formula is, so first my code is actually executing. This is one instruction, this second, this third, then this is fourth. So this is first. Then from this first, it will come to the second. And then second, it will come to the third. And from this third, it will come to the fourth. And from fourth it will come again to 2. So our instruction is actually executing like this: 1 2 3 4, 2 3 4, 2 3 4. At any point when this condition will got failed, so basically it will come out, but till that point this thing will keep on running. Okay, so this is the way how the sequence actually execute. Now I'll just show you in this manner. Like if I want to print this masala dosa that many number of times. So how will I do it? For here, we can say that int I equal to 0, I less than suppose 5, I plus plus. Okay. It totally depends whether you are putting less than or less than equal to. Based on this, that number of times this low code will get executed. So you can see that like here I've written the. Now if I print it, let's see what will be the output. So you can see that like the masala dosa is actually got printed, and this is 5 times. But how this code is executing? So let's see what I'll do. I'll write here. So suppose here I'm writing the code for int I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, and inside this I'm printing it SOP system.out.println masala dosa. So here I'll draw a line. One, two, three. So basically here what I'll do. So you can see that this is my first statement, this is my second statement, this is my third statement. I told you how the statement used to get executed: 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then so basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So I'll just write 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, and 4 here. Now in that case, what I'll do, this is my I equal to 0, this is my I less than 5, this is my SOP masala dosa. And fourth one is I plus plus. Now what will happen here is, like I will write I equal to 0, 0 is less than 5, this is true. And now print masala dosa. Now I will become 1. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Now again you can see that we have completed till this one. Now 2, 3, 4. Again we'll count this. 1 is less than 5. This is true. Now it will print masala dosa. Now I will become 2. So 2 is less than 5. This is true. I will write masala dosa. Then I will become 3. Then 3 is less than 5. That is true. Then we will print masala dosa. Then I equal to 4. 4 is less than 5. This is true. Then I'll print masala dosa. I equal to 5. And then here you know that like when it will come to this place, from this to this, 5 is less than 5, that is false. And it will come out of the loop. And that's why how many times it printed masala dosa? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. So if you come here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times your masala dosa will got printed. Okay. So this is how we can do the dry run. And like I'll just also want to show one more example so that you will understand it better. So what I'll do here is, instead of printing this, what I'll do, instead of printing this, what I'll do, I will write for int I equal to 0, I less than basically 3, I plus plus, and here I'm printing system.out.println I into 2. Okay, whatever the value of I, I'll multiply with 2. So now let's see what will get printed, what will happen here. Okay, in the beginning, we have to do it, but later, like when you get used to it, then you don't need to make this table. You can just do it on your copy. So now here you can see that I equal to 0, I less than 3, I, so this is my code actually, and this is I plus plus. So this is something like 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 second, I just need to check. Okay, so I made a mistake here. This is 4 come here and third is there. So that's why. So you can see that I'm actually doing according to the flow. So okay, so यहाँ पे I did a mistake actually. After doing this point, after completing this point, so it will come to, this is 3 and this is 4. So you can see that like after doing this, it will come to this place. And it will come to then this place, and then it will come to this place. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4 only, but it will, after checking the condition, it will directly go to the code, and then it will go to I plus plus. So this is a small mistake I have done it. So this is something like after completing this step, 1, 2, and then it will do the printing, and then it will come to 4, but the loop will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, basically 3, 4. So in that case, I can say that like this is fine, 3 and 4. Similarly, if I am writing here, so 1, 2, 3 is this. So after completing this, it will come here, then it will come here. So it is coming here, then it is coming here, then it is coming here, then it is. So this is my 1, this is my 2, this is my 3, and this is my 4. Code is something like system.out.println I into 2. This is I into 2. Now let's see how this code will run. I equal to 0. 0 is less than 3. That is true. Now code is I into 2. So what will get printed? 0 into 2, that is 0 into 2, that will be 0. 0 will get printed. I plus plus, I will become 1. 1 is less than 3. That is true. 1 is 1 into 2, that will get 2 is get printed. I equal to 2. 2 is less than 3, that is true. I into 2, so 2 into 2, that is 4. 4 will get printed. I will get 3. 3 is less than 3, so this is false. Now it will come out of this loop. So that is the main point. Now if I just write here, you can see that instead of printing like this thing, I'm writing I into 2. So you can see this. What I'm doing here is, so I'll write I into 2. And I don't need to print in the quotes. This problem. If I run it, so you can see that previously the output was 0, 2, and 4. And now similarly on this case, you can see that 0 to 4 is coming. So this is how this will give me the output, and this is how this for loop actually works. So yeah, so you can practice more on this, and yeah, more question on this. So that's all for this session. Yeah, thank you. So it's just the quick overview of for loop. That's why I discussed it. Okay, thank you everyone.